I've made quite a bit of progress. I put these in for the thumbnail of the previous video at the very end. And I played around with the design for these walls, like no joke, for like 8 hours. I don't know, I must have torn it down and built it back up like 10 times. Just getting the design just right. And it's still not quite perfect, but I feel like this is as good as it's gonna get. I I feel like this catches the essence of what the Barge of the Dead is. You know, I've got all these benches here for the dead souls to wait to arrive in Grethor, and I've got the fire in the middle there, and you know, the wheel of the barge way at the back here. As you can see, I mentioned I might move the stairs. I moved them over here because, well, you might have noticed this barbell-shaped hole there, and I also have another barbell-shaped hole right here. And that is because in this episode, we are going to be doing some detail work. We're doing the fun part. You've probably figured out at this point that these are the spots where I have designed, or I have planned to, because it's 1, 2, 3, 4 deep. These are the spots where I've planned to put the balloons. Because the balloons don't really look, they're called balloons, they don't really look like balloons. They look like canopies. And I was thinking, like, how can I do these canopies in a way that works? And I couldn't think of it. I was looking around for blocks that could be, because on the ship, it's got canopies at the front and the back of the ship. And I could not for the life of me figure out, how am I going to do these canopies? And then I realized, of course, I've got parts that are required for the ship to function anyway that already look like canopies. So I'll just use the umbrellas over here. Or not the umbrellas, the balloons. So that's what's going to go there. And then you might have noticed these gray blocks up here at the top. Well, those have a special function too, and we're going to get into that. But first, before we do anything else, we need to go and open up a hole, because we're trapped in here, right? See, look, if I fast travel, to here. So, I mean, and I could I could, like, you know, crouch and get out through here, but like that's not how this is supposed to work, right? We need a proper door, right? Which means we're gonna need to chop a hole in this thing. So I think our door is gonna go right here. Except, you know what? This doesn't feel big enough. Yeah, no. That still doesn't feel big enough. There we go. No, that still doesn't feel big enough. We're going to go really big here. Yeah, we want a big old hole. All right? And let's go ahead and tweak this right here. There we go. A nice 3x3 hole. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, you're going to put double doors there? No. I have something much cooler in mind. Check that out. Yes. Yes, this. When I find another one of these, I'll go do a dungeon somewhere. I'll put the other one on this side. Oh yeah, that feels like Grethor. That feels Klingon right there. That feels like Stovokor. Forget Grethor. And for these, maybe I can. I know what I'll do. All right. First, let's put these down. Then we're going to do this right there to connect them. Then we're going to connect these over here. Like that. So that's all one system. And then over here, we're going to put like so, and like so. They don't need to be on the outside. Can they, though? No, that side's exposed. Can't do it. I suppose I could put them in front here, but then I wouldn't be able to get across here. I don't really need to, though, do I? Well, we'll just leave them like that for now. Hopefully that'll work. We'll connect them up in a minute. I might actually end up replacing this entire line with those blocks, with the pipe blocks. So we'll see what happens. But now is this part, and I'm going to show you guys what I had in mind with these blocks. See, the Ship of the Damned has these bars that go up, and they have like these pylons, and in between the pylons are these bars going across, almost like barbed wire. And I thought, ooh, the pipes would be perfect for this. How many is that? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I'll just leave it like that. I don't want it. I want this to be centered here. And then we'll do the same on the other side. And I'm not sure yet. I may or may not swap out these concrete blocks. Put those there. See, like, for example, right here, these aren't going to work over here. I was going to put these like this as well. But, you know what I'm going to do? Because I want these over here, but, you know what? I got an idea. All right, let me get up there so that I can make this adjustment. You know what? Let me just do this. I am going to scrap the concrete blocks because I got a buttload of these. And this way I can just have the entire power system connected. Almost missed. Almost got it. Alright. I might add a little lip there. Because the Barge of the Dead has a ramp, that like a drawbridge that lowers down. And I don't have a mechanic for that. Like, that doesn't exist. That would be cool, though. Somebody please go suggest that. I've put up a lot of suggestions and bug reports and glitches and stuff lately, so I don't want them to get annoyed with my presence. Like, oh my god, this guy keeps posting. Go away. So if somebody else could go and, like, post, hey, the iron gates are great. Can you guys also put in, like, a little drawbridge device or machine or block? Alright, so we're going to put this here. And then we're going to put this here. There we go. These were just going to be decorative, but I think now they're going to be functional. I am digging this. Because of the roughness of it, it almost looks like barbed wire. I'm digging it. Yeah, that's... Oh, no. Those are solid blocks. Okay. Alright, so I can use that spot. I don't want to mess up the contours, but I don't mind changing the colors around a little bit. Alright. So. There we go. And we'll just do the same on this side. This thing needs more power. There we go. Everything fired up. What's not connected? Oh, this is not connected to that. Okay. Easy fix. I am a fan of symmetry. So you can imagine, if I ever get around to doing a build from Star Wars, I'm going to be pulling my hair out on them lopsided ships like the Millennium Falcon. There we go. All right. Okay, this works. Now, we need workstations, because presently I only have block and crafting station. All right, we're going to put all this stuff down here. All right. So we got the crafting, smelting, smithing, alchemy, carpentry. I think that's all of them. Yeah. All right, so we got our workspace here and room for one more if one turns up. See? Already paying off. Plus, I think perhaps, you know what? I think that looks better. I'll put one back here as well. We'll just leave that like that. And we'll put a few of these down here as well. Put one over here. We'll just put torches on the walls here for now. If I need to move them later, I'll move them later. And then I am going to put these two chests right up here, there, and there. As you guys know me, you know I like to have a dump chest. And those are perfect spots. You know what? I'm going to go back down because I want to feel like there's... Grab this. Don't need those anymore. Don't need that. Because I want to put fences up over here. Make it feel like a off-limits, employees-only area kind of thing, you know? Alright, I want this. 1, 2, 3. Alright. Now... See, I do have the recipe, I just don't have the ingots. Let me make one more of these just to make sure I got enough. You know what? Let me just try with this. I'll show you guys what I'm trying to do over here. So, you guys go and Google Barge of the Damned. Right up here on the bow, it has got a big, like, axe blade sticking straight up out of it right here. Like right here. And I'm thinking... maybe I use window paints. Alright, so we got some more glass here. I decided to use these windows instead of these because I don't want detail in there. I want it to look as much like a flat metal surface as I can. Alright, so we got 9 of these. Let's take a look at how these look. I do like that I don't need to have Oh, I need one more window. But, you know what? I think I can live with this. I think this could work. We got our last piece of glass in there. Now, the last piece that we need to put on here is on the very front, right here, there is a statue. And there's one in the back as well that I'm going to go do. There. That looks like a serpent, right? Alright, let's go around to the backside. Yeah, that works. I like that. Alright, sweet. Alright, so, let me give you guys a tour here, because this is done. This is basically it. I put in these support structures here that I gathered from a skeleton camp. I thought this would make a little alcove here, make it look cool, and, you know, just add a little bit of detail and texture. I also, over here, put a little table. I thought it would be cool to put, you know, because this is like the Barge of Judgment, right? And so I put the Scales of Judgment up here. I thought that would be a cool thing. And then, of course, we got the snake up at the front, snake at the back. Now let's go take a look downstairs. Because I have started to implement... I mean, we got the workspace here. You guys already saw that. I have started to put in some storage. And I put some more over here. I am going to be making this all out of the desert palm chest. And since I don't have a recipe, I am going to have to raid a lot of desert islands to collect enough chests to fill those 2 rooms. Alright, let's do a system check. Everything's lighting up. Everything over here is lighting up. Yes, okay. Everything is connected. Everything's lit up. Oh, see? I caught fire. I barely ever go near that thing, but I still somehow caught it. Alright, maiden voyage time. I do not know what this looks like from a distance, so this is going to be my reveal too. Oh yeah, I decided against the rudder. There's not really a way to do a rudder. Well, the windows look good. I want to sink those... I want to sink the umbrellas down a little bit more. They're still sticking up too much. Not the umbrellas, the balloons. But, yeah, that's, I think it came out pretty good. Snakes in the back, snakes in the front. We got that big blade on the front. Go ahead and park this puppy. And, yeah, I think we're going to call this episode right here. Thanks for checking out my channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.